Good morning, YouTube, and welcome back to my channel. Today, I'm going to show you the process I go through to fill up my raised beds, specifically this U-shaped bed that I have. Let's get started. This particular bed, unlike the tall beds and the short beds, because of its shape, takes a lot more soil than the tall beds, believe it or not. So what I did to get it to my satisfaction as far as the soil level was to add some very thick limbs from the oak tree that fell down during Hurricane Helene and put them into the bed. Probably about 7 or 8 inches worth of limbs. And okay, this is the size limb that I put into the bed, and I cut it with my chainsaw. Those of you that have seen me use a chainsaw in previous videos, the small handheld chainsaw, that's what I used. And like I said, it's about 8 or 9 inches worth of limbs in this diameter that is in the bottom of the bed. Okay, after putting in the limbs, I put in peat moss, a lot of peat moss. I want to say probably about 4 to 5 inches of peat moss around the bed. And I also put in some all-purpose topsoil. So the bed is pretty much full. However, what is in it right now is not conducive to growing much. I did put in some of my leftover horse manure compost, but that's not going to be enough. Now, what I'm going to do today is to put in some all-purpose potting soil and some of my homemade black gold and a little black cow, along with some bone meal, some blood meal, and some general purpose fertilizer from Nature's Safe 855. So I went to my local Tractor Supply and I picked up 3 bags of all-purpose potting and planting mix, and one bag is going to go here, one bag in the middle, and then one bag on the other side. First thing I'm going to do is to remove the drip line. So we have some bone meal, and we're going to add some of that. Next, we're going to add some blood meal. And finally, general purpose general purpose nature safe 855 fertilizer. And now we're going to mix it in. So we are done. And as you can see, excuse me, the bed is completely filled almost to the top. And it is definitely more to my liking now than what it was. And the lesson learned here is not to take shortcuts. These are bell pepper plants that I had extra that I put in the bed, and I did not want to remove them. They are now what I'm going to call forever plants. They're going to stay here until they die. I'm not going to dig them off or remove them or anything like that. Too much soil and too much wood. So they're doing well, and hopefully they will to continue doing well. They're bearing fruit right now. So YouTube, come with me for a walk. I had a conversation with my mother-in-law recently, and she is interested in me expanding the garden. So we will have technically what we just left as the small garden, and she wants to have a bigger garden. And we're on the way over to where we may put it at. So in this area here where we are now, I'm thinking about putting it here. It will have just as many, if not more, raised beds than what I have now. I would have to figure out a water source. I could always run a water hose all the way out here, but that's something in the near future that, well, I shouldn't say near future, but something in the future that we are looking forward to doing. I'm going to show you the other spot where we were thinking about putting it, and we'll be there momentarily. This area here behind the fence, she was thinking about putting it there as well. That will require, again, a longer water hose and or maybe a pump from the stream, but the stream doesn't stay filled all the time, so that might not be such a good thing. But it will either be here or either there, rather, where you're looking at now or where we saw previously. So if there are any raised bed companies or soil companies that are watching and will be willing to sponsor me, go ahead and email me. My email is in the channel description, and maybe we can talk. So I would like to thank you for coming along with me while I showed you how I built this U-shaped bed. The bed is 6 feet wide by 3 feet in, 6 feet in length by 3 feet wide and 17 inches deep. And like I said, to me, it takes more soil to fill it up than what the tall beds are. If you enjoyed the video, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, take a moment to consider doing so. I can grow a lot of vegetables by myself, but I cannot grow the channel without your help. If you do decide to subscribe, don't forget to hit the like button and the notification bell all, so you'll be notified whenever I upload new content. Chances are, if you like my content, your family and friends will also. This bed I'm going to use in the winter. I had originally said I wasn't going to do, but I am going to use it in the winter. I have some cabbages and spinach seeds inside the greenhouse outside, and I'm trying to get them to grow. If they do grow, then we're going to put them in this bed. If not, then during the spring, this is going to be primarily my cucumber and tomato area. My tomatoes will be determinate, so bush type tomatoes, they won't be very tall per se and won't vine. And my cucumbers will probably be the ones that I grew last year. I'm going to have those on grow on netting that I have. I'm going to put down some T-post and then connect the netting to the T-post, and they can grow up the netting. So until next time, take care, stay blessed, and grow, grow, grow. Lastly, and more importantly, always give the thanks to God, for without him, we are nothing. Until next time, take care.